Hey everyone, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution. We're continuing our playthrough of the Claire Sanctuary DLC. In between episodes, I did do a little bit of work just because in the last episode we were waiting quite a while to get our Uoplocephalus genome. So I went ahead, all I've done is I added a couple Triceratops to this pen, and let's see, I did plant some additional trees in here, including the, a savanna-looking tree. I might get rid of that one, because it doesn't really fit but the rest of the exhibit, but I do like it. I took out some other forests so that the Brachiosaurus remains balanced here. But otherwise, I have most of the Ouranosaurus genome, and I've just been researching some other random stuff, like the cosmetics and stuff like that. So nothing too exciting. Didn't really miss anything. No storms happened or anything. So let's see, while we're waiting for Ouranosaurus to get to 100%, let's see if we can view its social requirements. Alright, so it looks like it's pretty similar to Corythosaurus, except its population is a little bit smaller, I think. Yeah, that should finish up Ouranosaurus. Pretty sure I got everything else that's available to 100% as well. Oh, Brachiosaurus is 99%, okay. So speaking of Ouranosaurus, I'm not quite sure where's a good spot to put it. We could put it in here. I'm kind of anticipating the needing to do the paleobotany stuff for it, just like the Uoplocephalus. So I might just build a separate enclosure for it. So I might actually reconstruct the Albertosaurus paddock, or what I intended to use for Albertosaurus anyway, but then they never showed up.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
Esperamos que tengan una estancia segura y agradable.
It's nice when I'm so used to challenge mode where the diseases spread like super duper fast and just scrambling to keep up with it.
Добро пожаловать в мир юрского периода. Желаем вам приятного и безопасного отдыха.
Let's see, where do I want to put a viewing gallery? About here.
created a new viewing gallery for you to observe our magnificent creatures.
Wait, what do you mean obstructed? Okay, sure, we'll do it that way. Whoever floats your boat. So, Ouranosaurus lived alongside Carcharodontosaurus and Spinosaurus in prehistoric Africa, which was supposedly a very swampy area at the time. So I'm thinking we like make this whole area like dirt. And I make it. I do think the dirt could be like a little bit darker, but I mean it's different enough versus what the grass is anyway. And we'll put like a bunch of like little spotty puddles and stuff around here, I guess. I can't stand it when it does that. Like when you put the water down and it just makes that hill. And then I'll go to like get rid of them and they'll just shrivel up. Oh, oops, that might have been my fault. I picked flatten instead of smooth. Yeah, but even then, it's still like, okay, it's all gone. So it just makes it hard to like make an exhibit that has any sort of elevation changes in it. Like, look at how goofy, or whatever. We'll figure out something. Alright, so coastal, grassland, crag. Let's go with vibrant, I guess. Cover this whole thing in ferns. Oh, you know what? No, we're not going to, because that gets rid of the dirt. We need the dirt. Alright, got any swampy looking trees? go with this one. This looks kind of like it could work. I really like the idea of like framing the exhibit if you can. Put a rock. What's a smaller rock? Put the small rock here.
Добро пожаловать в мир искусства. Желаем вам приятного и безопасного отдыха.
Alright, that we'll deal with that for now anyway. Put another rock over here. Alright. Okay. So I'm sorry, doing that is I know it's not as in-depth as other park creating games, but that is so much more interesting to me than just doing forests and grassland with water somewhere. Alright, anyway. Oranosaurus, it needs to have a rating of at least 45. I kind of want to see the default skin because the default picture looks pretty cool.
Feeder resupply request received. No problem.
It's very nice to be able to just hover over these buildings and see the guest numbers instead of having... This game used to have... Because otherwise what you have to do is you have to click on it and there's a lot of zooming in and then you press B on your controller to... Once you see, okay, I don't need to increase the guests, and then you're here and now you have to zoom back out again. Or I can just hover over the button and not have to click on it, and that's... I mean, it isn't a big deal, like, that's definitely nitpicky zone, but, like, here I don't know, it's just nice. Less button mashing.
Boas-vindas ao Jurassic World. Esperamos que sua visita
I
seja
will put
segura e
some
agradável.
of the shrubs in the watering plan just to make it look a little swampy, I guess. I'm trying to think what would look more swampy to have it be a lot of. I feel like dirt just makes it seem like it's dry rather than swampy. So let's just change this all back to grass. It's kind of hard to tell at night, but it is definitely changing it. And instead we'll cover it with shrubs. I think that makes it seem more swampy looking personally.
Willkommen im Jurassic World. Wir wünschen einen sicheren und angenehmen Aufenthalt.
I'm really looking forward to. I think it's going to be really neat to have like a Giganotosaurus enclosure that has a bunch of sand or something like that. Like that would look really cool. Alright, let's can I change the time of day? Will it let me do that? Might not. And normally it doesn't let you do that until you 5-star the island, which I have not done that yet. So we'll just have to see the Oranosaurus at nighttime for our first viewing of it. Very
Now
energetic.
keep both dinosaurs content and contained while we prepare for our next test.
Confirming task.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Tyrannosaurus to the park.
Asset to be collected.
This one's an old favorite from Operation Genesis for me, and plus I got to see an Oranosaurus skeleton in real life, which was pretty exciting. It's pretty big. This is not a small dinosaur by any means. I was pretty surprised when I saw how big it actually was. Like, trying to think of a comparison. Like, it was the skeleton that I saw anyway was definitely bigger than like a bull elephant. Trying to think of a good comparison. Like a giraffe is too tall. It definitely wasn't as tall as a giraffe. That's kind of like the other extreme. It was kind of like 1.5 bull elephants is kind of what I would say. I'm sure it wasn't like as hardy as an elephant, but I'm talking about like height and length in terms of that.
Commencing asset transit. Asset transportation complete.
Sort of hard to see in this light. It kind of has like the skin texture is kind of like the old Olorotitan where, like, from some angles it doesn't look as detailed as other dinosaurs in the game, and then from other angles it looks really, really good. So it's probably just me overanalyzing stuff. Let's see. Alright, so it's about to get a buddy, otherwise it'll be happy. Primary preference is rotten wood, and conifers are okay. Otherwise, everything else is a no-go. Alright, just 1 second left for this.
Okay, get this dinosaur, along with the Euoplocephalus, thriving, and it will act as our proof of concept for our paleobotanical research.
Okay. So we just checked on that, and this guy would like rotten wood. So let's head on over here. Alright, so do I need to research? Okay, it won't let me research plant bed upgrade 2.0. So I'm assuming that Euoplocephalus does not need all 3 of those in there, because we stocked it with all 3 things that it likes. Oh, I named them, by the way. This is Yeti. They're all the different Bigfoot names. So yeah, primary preference is horsetails, so just make sure we don't get rid of the horsetails when we're changing it. Oh yeah, I need a gate here for that guy to be able to access it. There you go. This guy's probably been sitting there for a while. My bad. Alright, don't get rid of the horsetails. Replace with rotten wood. Right, yeah. Can I just modify the feeder and... Yeah, this is what we only need these 2. Alright, cool.
Добро пожаловать в Юридический период. Желаем вам приятного и безопасного пути.
Oh, well. Whoops. Looks like I need to get going on that food for him. How's this coming along? It's gonna be a bit, so... Let's just put a regular feeder in here for now so that they're not starving. Anything I can glean from here? Yeah, I knew that it was related to Iguanodon, so I'm kind of curious if this guy will defend itself like Iguanodon does, which would be super cool. So far, I haven't really seen any, like, I mean, I haven't been watching it very closely, obviously, but I haven't seen any like, unique animations from this one or the Euoplocephalus aside from they leave the hatchery much different in like a unique way. I really like the Euoplocephalus one for sure. And these guys kind of run. They run like they have like they don't get up on their back legs to run, which is interesting that they animated them that way. They run more like the ceratopsids than the other hadrosaurs. Okay, rotten wood is available. Right, so just go in here, paleo feeder. Gonna get rid of this one, and once they move out of the way, we'll put this new one here.
We hope you have a safe and enjoyable stay with us.
or you know, you can take a nap and make me put this somewhere else. I don't really like to put it so close to the water because otherwise it makes it so they don't move around the enclosure at all. So we'll just wait for this one to be done napping, I guess.
Bienvenidos a Jurassic World. Esperamos que tengan una estancia segura y agradable.
Our nap is over. I really like the default skin for the Ouranosaurus though, by the way. I actually think I saw some screenshots of them, and I think that the default skin is one of the best ones that I've seen so far. Alright, so now we need to choose plants, and we need to pick this guy. Let's see. So yeah, we only need rotten wood. That's all we want.
En route to top-up feeder.
Now what I'm curious is, I picked the one, see here, that they prefer, but it would be okay with conifers. So do I need to have two different options in there, or do I just need to have the primary preference one in there? We'll just do this because the guy is not particularly fast. And the Euoplocephalus has not. That one still counts as being fully happy, so.
Taking back the view. Добро пожаловать в мир юрского периода.
Alright, so.
Безопасного отдыха.
It hasn't moved at all. So do they have to like eat from it? So did I just like screw myself by letting them eat the regular stuff first? Like, do they need to come over here and eat? Oh, okay, I guess. I mean, it hasn't budged at all, the paleobotany tab on there. I would assume that having their preferred thing would make it move a little bit anyway. So I think they need to actually go eat it. Ooh, I always love when the dinosaurs walk up by the fences. It helps like get an actual scale for how big they are. What nap time? Because here's the thing. Let me look at conifers. Because that's the other thing that the Ouranosaurus would be okay with. Let me check the Euoplocephalus. Okay, so conifers is on the harmed by list. And that's the only other thing that Ouranosaurus is okay eating. So what I'm getting at is there's literally no way for me to have it so that both dinosaurs have two of their preferred options in the paleo feeder right now. So it has to be, they have to go eat it first for it to actually level up. So I guess I should have just let them starve. Oh well, we have lots of terrain tools to play with in the meantime, so. I feel like now I'll be like, oh, I need to put. Like you could have a little space and put a row of trees in between your buildings now.
Добро пожаловать в мир юрского периода. Желаем вам приятного и безопасного отдыха.
Pretty sure that's just because of the power line that it's obstructed. Okay, yep, they're eating, and now it is gone up. It isn't at 100% like the other one, but yeah, their rating went up. They're up 30%. They both are. Interesting. So there we go. They needed to eat it first. Alright, mission 2. That might have been one of the longest missions in this entire game.
This is what success feels like. Something meaningful. This is pioneering work. Just like bringing back the dinosaurs, these plant species now join the living.
Terrific. Here's what I want to know. Can humans consume these plants?
Why are you asking?
Well, you can't make friends with salad, believe me, but you can make money. An exciting new opportunity for our guests. Eat what the dinos eat. And this time, it's not raw goat or your slowest relative.
Well, I really can't argue with that. And Cabot, I don't want to.